What's going on, guys? So today's video is going to be a bit of a departure from what I normally do here on the channel, in that I'm going to be giving you guys a bit of a life update, something I just generally don't do because I try to keep my private life private. But due to recent extenuating circumstances, I kind of feel compelled to do so. And I also want to give you guys an update as to what's going to be happening with the channel in the near future. So over the course of the next few weeks, and actually over the next few months, I'm not going to be able to produce nearly the amount of content I'd like to for the channel because I will be very busy with something else, which I'll get into in just a moment. Yeah, so some of you that have followed the channel for quite some time, you may recall I did some videos in the past with Lisa, who is my girlfriend. She's my life partner. She is my soulmate. Call it what you will. We did a few videos in the past, like we did some cocktail mixing videos, which were a lot of fun. And I urge you to check those out. They didn't get a lot of views because they're not really part of my guitar content. But those were a blast, and I would like to have her back on the channel a little bit more frequently going forward. I think she would add an extra dimension of just interest to kind of my personal life, what happens behind the scenes. So anyways, Lisa has a very serious health condition, which is not news to us. We've known about this for quite some time, but it would be news to you because I never mention this stuff. I usually don't feel compelled to give a lot of personal details about my private life. I just don't feel that it's relevant to what I do here, which is, play the guitar, we play metal music, we bang our head and jump around and have a good time. But I didn't really feel that it was relevant to the channel, so I just kind of leave that stuff out. But now I feel that I really need to give you guys some new information about what's going on because I have a huge ask from you guys. I have a huge favor, and I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible. So please bear with me. And please, 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 if you can, watch this video all the way through to the end and hit the like button if you don't mind, because I'm really trying to push this video out to a larger audience. I think it's well worth it. So I'm just going to get right to the point. Lisa has cancer. She has stage 4 cancer, which if you're not familiar, stage 4 is not a good stage to be in. That essentially means that the cancer has metastasized. It's spread to other parts of the body from where it originated. It's not a good thing. And we've been in treatment for quite some time. We've been going to a hospital here in Buffalo, New York called Roswell Park Cancer Institute. And it's a well-regarded, highly rated oncology hospital, and they deal with cancer and related diseases. So we've been going there for quite some time, getting treatments. But now we've come to have some new information that the cancer is still progressing, unfortunately. So we're going to be moving to more intense treatments, specifically radiation and chemotherapy. If you've ever heard stories about those, or if you know somebody, a loved one who's gone through some of that, you know that it's not fun at all. It's very taxing on the body. It just leaves you completely spent, no energy. You often feel sick. There's a lot of possible side effects. We're hoping for as little of that as possible, but regardless, I'm her caretaker, so I'm going to be there every step of the way. And, I've made a point already to make sure that I go with her to virtually every single hospital and doctor visit that she goes to, because I want to be there by her side, because that's what we do, right? Loved ones come first. Our health comes first before anything else. So unfortunately, the YouTube thing that I'm doing here, while I love doing these videos for you guys, I have a lot of fun doing it, it's got to go on the back burner for now. It's going to have to be secondary to what's most important, which is Lisa, which is my family. And so starting this coming week, which actually is Monday, tomorrow, we will have to go to the hospital 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday for the next few weeks. We live nearly an hour away from the hospital. So anytime we have to go for a visit, even if it's a 10-minute consultation or just some quick thing to sign some paperwork, it's 2 hours driving. You're waiting to park. You're sitting in waiting rooms. And then once you see the doctor, maybe you have 2 appointments. Before you know it, it eats up a lot of your day. So at least half, if not all of the day is usually eaten up on the days we have visits. So on those days, generally, I can't do any real work. And that's fine. I'm not complaining about it at all. I'm just letting you guys know that's the main reason why I won't be able to produce a lot of content going forward for the short term while she's doing these treatments, which will be for a few weeks, and then there's a break, and then it kind of intensifies for a few weeks. It kind of goes on and off. So I will try to, do whatever little bits I can on the weekends, sometimes in the evenings, maybe I can bust out a few shorts or some little bits of content. But unfortunately, I can't do a lot of the larger scale videos. I just won't have the time or the bandwidth. So I'll be taking care of her. Making sure she's fed and well taken care of and as comfortable as she can be while she's going through all these treatments, because like I said, it's not going to be fun at all for her. and we'll do the best we can. So that being said, Roswell Park has an annual charity event. It's a fundraiser called Ride for Roswell. It's a biking event, and you can participate by riding in the event and trying to raise as much funding as you can for your ride. So the ride has different distances you can choose from, as well as I think there's a few different paths you can take within the city that are like pre-designated paths. There's anywhere from like a 10-mile bike to like a 100-mile bike, and I'm not that experienced of a long distance biker, so I'm going to do one of the 30-mile runs, and this will happen in the third week of June, so it's coming up pretty quickly. So I'm going to leave a link to the website down below for Ride for Roswell. You can check it out if you want to, where I will be registered. And if for some reason you feel compelled to want to help out in some way, you want to contribute or donate or something, please feel free to check that link out and do your own small part. Or if you similarly have had other people in your family, or you yourself have gone through something similar and just want to share your experience, please feel free to leave a comment down below and share that experience with us. Feel free to share this video with other people that you feel it might be relevant to. And so that would be huge. And I just can't say enough, thank you just for even considering that. Secondly is we did establish a GoFundMe account for Lisa in her name about a year or a year and a half ago, I want to say. And it's been sitting relatively dormant because we didn't really publicize it to too many people, except for like some of our really good friends and our families. So, I'll leave a link for that in the description as well. So if you want to check that out, again, just take a glance at it, see what you think. Any bit of help that anyone can do out there is just like, I'd be over the moon, so thankful if you'd even consider doing something. If not for me, just for a wonderful, beautiful person, because Lisa is just, I can't even explain to you guys. It's hard to explain. How do you explain, love, right? How do you explain that? How do you explain the beauty you see in some other significant person in your life? And it's difficult. I mean, words kind of, I'm at a loss for words really to describe the level of joy that she brings to me, that she brings to my family, her friends. She's just like a walking ball of sunshine, honestly. And so we want to help her out as much as possible. And I certainly want to do my little part that I can to kind of help out. So Lisa's cancer is very uncommon. It's much less familiar than some others, specifically like your breast cancer or prostate and the like. And because it's a less common cancer, it gets less funding, therefore it gets less research, and therefore it gets less breakthrough drugs and therapies. So it's kind of one of the secondary, it's not thought of as much as some of the more prominent ones. So that's unfortunate. And so, like I said, I want to do this ride for her, and the funding goes directly to the hospital for all manner of things. They deal with it on their end. I just want to raise awareness, and I want to raise as much money as I possibly can for this event. So I'm honored to be doing it. I'm happy to be doing it because it's my first time participating in this event, but it's super important to me. So I want to share it with everybody out there in case, you're similar minded and you just want to help out another wonderful person in the world. That brings me to the next point, which is, life is beautiful. We all have wonderful people in our lives. I hope that you do too. When you have them, you just want to cherish them. You want to take care of them, and you want to make sure that they're healthy and well and happy. And, so I'm just doing my little rinky-dink part, my little corner of nowhere to try to chip in, because that's what matters most to me. I love doing the YouTube stuff for you guys. I absolutely have a blast doing these videos, but like I said, they're going to be secondary. So in the short term, because I won't be doing a lot of new content, I'm kind of concerned that, I will like low key get kind of shadow banned on YouTube as far as the algorithm goes. So, if you can't do anything else, I would just ask that you please watch some of my videos. I've got a bunch of different playlists. If you want to check those out on my main Splash page, you can see some different playlists that I have. You're bound to find some videos that you didn't see of mine. And I think it's kind of funny because I do several different types of videos. It's not all just gear demos. And some people, I think a lot of my subscribers may only see the guitar review videos and don't see some of the other ones. And then likewise, I've got some videos where I do metal music. I do music production in Logic Pro. And I go over some like tutorial stuff and just basically how I write music. And those are whole separate videos, right? They're completely different. And I think that people that subscribe for one reason or the other may not be aware of the other stuff that I do. So if you could just, at the very least, just let my videos run pick a playlist and just set it down. You don't have to look at my face. You put it on mute. You don't have to listen to me. Just set it on the coffee table, set it on the couch, and just let it run for half an hour and cycle through some of my videos. That would be a huge, huge benefit to the channel because it just shows you a little bit of support and helps keep the channel alive and afloat while I'm not kind of here full time. And likewise, if you want to, hit the like button, leave a comment, share these videos with other people. If you feel it's relevant to them, that would be wonderful. But first and foremost is Lisa, the love of my life. I want to take care of her, and I have to support her in every way I can. So that is what's coming first and foremost. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I want to keep it short and sweet. I don't want to make it sound depressing or desperate, and I'm not going to be like crying on camera. None of that stuff. I just want to get across the point to you guys that it's extremely important that I not be doing the video stuff full time right now. I just simply can't. And I hope you understand. And for my subscribers and the people that have been following me for quite some time, I love you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And if there's anything at all that you can do, I would be over the moon about it. Lisa and I would be so thankful. I'd even be willing to give some shout outs on subsequent videos if you cared to have that. And if you'd rather just remain anonymous, that's fine too. Let me know. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I'm going to wrap it up now. But basically, yeah, GoFundMe listed below. Ride for Roswell. It's going to be listed below. And watch my videos. That's all I ask. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And if you made it to the end of the video, man, I love you guys. You're the best. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya.